For centuries, love and power have danced together, sometimes in harmony, often in conflict. What we call relationships today are the result of thousands of years of cultural evolution, moral codes, and survival instincts, all filtered through systems of dominance and dependence. For most of recorded history, men ruled the public sphere and women were confined to the private. It wasn't natural. It was structural. Patriarchal hierarchies shaped by religion, economy, and tradition told women their worth was service and silence. And men? They were told their worth was strength and control. Two prisons, different walls. When feminism emerged, it wasn't a war. It was a revolution of balance. The early wave sought the most basic human rights: education, property, vote, autonomy. The second wave fought for equality in the workplace, in family law, in reproductive choice. The third and fourth waves brought new voices: intersectionality, identity, body autonomy, and digital activism. But with progress came distortion. Some forgot that feminism means equality, not revenge. It's not the rise of women against men, but the rise of humanity against imbalance. And yet, imbalance persists, only transformed. Many women today, though free in principle, live under new chains. The demand to be perfect in every role, to excel professionally, nurture emotionally, stay beautiful, stay patient, stay strong, all at once. The modern ideal has replaced obedience with exhaustion. Meanwhile, men have become the silent casualties of a culture that doesn't allow them to feel. They are taught to provide, not to process. To lead, not to listen. To suppress, not to seek help. We built generations of men with armor and then wondered why they cannot cry. Today, many are struggling in a new form of quiet suffering, emotionally manipulated, gaslighted, or shamed for expressing fragility. In the name of empowerment, some relationships have turned into competitions of control. The oppressor and the oppressed have started to exchange masks. But the theater remains the same. And here lies the uncomfortable truth. Power, whether held by a man or a woman, corrupts when it stops listening. Love turns into leverage. Partnership becomes transaction. The solution isn't to flip the roles, it's to rewrite the play. True equality isn't sameness, it's complementarity. It's not who leads, but how we move together. It's recognizing that strength isn't masculine or feminine. It's human. That vulnerability isn't weakness. It's truth. And that love isn't sacrifice. It's synergy. Relationships are not meant to be measured in control, but in contribution. In how much peace you bring, not how much power you hold. In how much freedom you create for the other, not how much you take. We need a new narrative. One that recognizes that both men and women have bled under different systems of expectation. That both deserve healing, respect, and space to redefine what it means to share a life. Balance isn't found in victory. It's found in understanding. When she speaks, listen. When he breaks, hold. When both grow, the world heals a little more. Because the future of love isn't about domination or submission. It's about co-creation. A new pact of humanity. Two people walking side by side, not ahead, not behind, just together. If this resonated with you, share it. Not to choose sides, but to remind the world that peace begins where competition ends. Subscribe to Smart Reels, because the hardest revolutions are the ones that happen inside us.